Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys. Back with another episode review of A Wild Last Boss. As we continue on with this great show, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. Lufas has a new form, well, human form. Um, and we have some interesting things. I don't know if this, I'm guessing you can say this ram-looking girl, maybe a future ally. She is busty. She's just as busty as Lufas is, but I don't know if she's gonna be an ally or an enemy. Going forward. Obviously you had it to where the one demon dude, he realized, oh shit, that's Lufas. Oh fuck. Um, but yes. But this episode was another solid episode in just seeing how this world is, different from how dude played the game, because we see obviously how one of the heroes who was played by one of his friends is actually not one of his friends, because one of the heroes is actually afraid of Lufas and in utter shock and everything. And you just see, like, there, so far it's looking like there is not another player that was reincarnated or isekai'd into this world to be summoned to be a hero. But the good thing is, obviously they talk their things out, and you have it to where the elf hero, I think his name was Meritz, was like, okay, I understand, and plus was showing Lufas like kind of the corruption that's kind of going on, and that's why they had to go hide off into this place, because it's like, well, if your identity's found out, well then things, coming out is, it's gonna be bad and stuff like that. So it's crazy. It's crazy to see that on that whole aspect of, like, our boy thought, or Lufas thought, like, hey, maybe my friend is in this dude's body, because we do get a flashback scene when they were playing the game, and obviously, dude was Lufas. He was playing as Lufas, and his friend was playing as the other guy, and they were just kind of having their banter. But to see, like, no, so far it's looking like there has been no other player that he's played with of this game that's reincarnated into this game or been summoned into the game in terms of one of the hosts and playing one of their, the said characters. It is interesting to see where that is going to go as we kind of again get this world established and stuff like that. Now, he does give her a new human form, so then, she doesn't have to be wearing the cloak and be hidden, and because again, like, she's only wearing the cloak to hide her wings and hide her look, because otherwise, like, it's completely going to be, you know, Endgame if somebody finds out that, oh, Lufas Mafal is back and stuff like that. And it was funny. I thought it was also funny, the whole team where you have Aries in there, or Aries in there, and Aries wants nothing to do with heroes. If anything, she hates the heroes because of the past and them taking away Lufas. So she's giving like this grumpy face and everything, which is funny. And then it was hilarious at the end of the episode as they're leaving the town. Lufas is obviously in her human state. You have the one guy, you have the one guy's like, oh my goodness, that's what you look like under the hood, man. You look hot. Again, I don't blame the man for saying that. And then it's funny because then he looks at Aries and he's like, who's this cute little girl over here? And basically, Lufas is like, actually, that's a dude. And they're like, and what? And freaking Aries gives some of them, I was like, I don't like you. So yes. Now, dude almost was like, you actually look like Lufas. No, actually, never mind. I'm just thinking about things. I'll see you, Sufis, or whatever. So they're gonna go about their way and stuff like that. But a good chunk of the episode was mostly about, like, again, why did Ares do this? Why was she being forced to attack? Because Lufas basically asked Ares, like, hey, why did you do this for a reason? Now, Ares, the first thing said, again, she mostly made the attack, or he mostly made the attack because he lost Lufas, and he blamed basically the kingdom and the heroes for getting rid of Lufas and having Lufas be gone for all those years. And again, Ares owes her, his entire, I got to start saying his entire life to Lufas for everything Lufas has done for him. So, that's why he did that. Now, Lufas is like, okay, that's understandable, but, obviously Lufas remembered what the fact of what, one of the heroes says, saying like, it seems like, you know, Aries is being forced to do this like against their will. So essentially that's when Lufas again asks like, okay, who really forced you to do this, made this attack, right? And we find out it's one of the demon folk people, or the devil folk people. And again, this dude's crazy and all get up. Interesting design to say the least. And he looks like he's about to do a raid on the kingdom because Ares did most of the work. But then Lufas, just shows up and it's like, ah, and then dude's like, what's that? Lufas really winning. Once she crashes down, like everybody, all the forces are all knocked out, right? And then next thing you know, this dude's like, Aries, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're gonna freaking betray me or something. And that's exactly what Aries is gonna do. This dude, like, when I tell you, man, this dude comes down, he tries to like attack, and he charges up his whole attack, and the next thing you know, Lufas legitimately punches the shit out of this guy and sends this dude flying. And that's all in response for making Ares forcefully do his bidding, which is crazy to say the least. And the fact that she punched him in one hand and sent this dude flying, it's crazy. Because the guy's like, wait a damn minute, that's Lufas Mafal. Oh shit, we're in trouble now. Which that was funny because then that's when we get that Ram girl show up and she's like, well, what do we got here? And then Daniel legitimately Hakai's him into nothingness and gets rid of him. And I'm just like, oh shit, she seems like somebody that you don't want to fuck with. Again, she's hot. Just as hot as Lufas, but I don't know, man. They know what they're, hey, look, bro, they know what they're doing when they're giving us big busty anime women, right? But other than that, solid episode. Not much funny, not fun, Dina moments we get this episode. So I'm expecting to get more funny Dina. Well, actually, we did get one Dina moment where it looked like Aries was going to explain like the whole thing about the demons, the demons folk people, and then Dina pops and was like, actually, I can tell you about it, Lady Lufas, and she literally rambles on, like taking away, I guess, Aries' shine, probably because she doesn't want to be neglected, but. That's Dina for you, right? So, regardless, another great episode of A Wild Last Boss appeared. Definitely can't wait to see where it's gonna go next. I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day or your night or watching this video. Until then, guys, peace.